Hey Eurovision fans, it's Tom coming to you from Shanghai, back for another Eurovision reaction video. Tonight I'm going to be reacting to the results of the first semi-final of Melodi Grand Prix, that's Norway's national final. I'm not going to listen and react, I'm going to talk and react to those results. So let's kiki. As always, you can use the progress bar if you want to skip to one of my reactions. Do you need to do that? I don't know. It's going to be a very short video. I'm going to treat myself. I want to keep these videos short so that they're feasible for me to do. I'm probably not even going to put any graphics in because even that just ups the workload. If I can just make it just me speaking for 3-4 minutes, it makes it very easy to get this video up, and I'm more likely to do it because of that. First of all, MGP, one of the reasons I'm doing this is that I was very excited by the first semi-final. It really got my energy up. I don't usually do reactions to the results shows. I thought I would do it, and I will continue to do so as long as I'm really enjoying the competition. MGP is slowly becoming probably one of my favorite national finals. I would say if they didn't have that gigantic shit show in 1999 where their app broke because of all the votes, that really rubbed everyone the wrong way, not just me. Plus, all this stuff with semi-finalists and dodgy people getting through to the final automatic. I thought some of the automatic qualifiers last year didn't deserve to be there. But overall, I think the quality of MGP is great and the format is quite fun in general. I'm not mad on this duel thing where they're pitting people against each other and then having them stand on the stage and one person's humiliated and we get a close-up of them kind of like their heart being crushed. I'm not massively into that. That's very much, I think, borrowed from The Voice, which I just find kind of like trashy TV, but whatever. I suppose they need to actually get viewership so they can sell ads. In terms of the actual show, first up we had Aline. I thought she was really great. I'm a massive fan of the backing tracks. This is a very hard song to sing. I thought she brought it really well, and it sounded a lot like the radio track. I've downloaded this and it's probably my second or third most played so far this season. Not saying much because I haven't done that many reviews yet, but I thought she did a really great job. This station was nothing really special. She borrowed those electric pinks and blues from the little cover art that she had. I actually saw the results of the show before I saw her, and I thought that she'd had a flop and that's why she didn't win, and she didn't. She actually performed very well. I was pretty impressed actually for such a young girl to have such a competent performance. It wasn't like masterful, but nothing like shit showy or egg on her face or anything like that. Yeah, it was grand. Like there were no big faults to this. There was nothing really wow with it. That brrr thing that I said sounded like wasteland elephants. I actually don't mind that now. When I was doing my original reaction, I didn't hear the foreshadowing of what they kind of foreshadowed at the start of the song, so it's less shocking, and I was probably talking over that, so when it happened, I was just pretty shocked. I don't mind it now. I quite like that post-apocalyptic feel that it gives me. She was up against Mira Craig. I don't know. This is a very interesting song for me, and I think I remember commenting on the cover art not sounding like the song, and I had the same thing with the performance. I thought they looked a little bit ridiculous. Their costumes, it kind of looked like they'd murdered Dolly style and then taken their wigs and just put them on and covered their boobs and their groins with them. It just wasn't the direction that I would have chosen. I think I like that they went for like a war dancing. Actually, the choreography was excellent. The choreography is exactly what I would have wanted. This kind of like Amazon war dance, almost like the haka in rugby, very aggressive, dominant. That aspect was great, but the actual visual aesthetic just looked totally disjointed with the song and those kind of aggressive elements. I didn't get her story with that styling. It didn't make sense to me. It looked silly. I wouldn't say that she had to like go literal and have like jungle big leaves on and like be an Amazon princess or anything, but I think there were other mediums or midpoints that they could have chosen that would have looked less like Dolly Styles' death. Also, just her boobs just looked absolutely massacred. It just looked they were just being just crushed. So I was that was distracting. I wasn't looking at her. I was like, oh my god, like her boobs looked pained. Third up, we had Trollfest. Like I don't know. I don't want to shit on this because I loved the amount of effort that they clearly. Well, had they put it? Yeah, they had. They had face paint and everything was done on their head and the costumes. It looked very homemade. It looked really cheap, which I don't like saying because I love how much time it looks like they put in, but it looks like they put in their own time. It didn't look like it was done by a stylist or a professional costume maker. They were like blow up flamingos on the stage. It really cheapened it in terms of, because this type of song, it's actually a good song, but when people come out, they're like, the first thing they're trying to work out in the head is this a joke? Is this for real? And when you've got like cheap props like that, immediately you go, okay, this isn't for real. This is like taking the piss. But then the song is pretty good, so are they keeping it real? You shouldn't have people like not sure. It should be quite direct. No, this is for real, because you can tell, because put a little bit of money into the production and it looks professional. I felt often that they looked a little bit awkward, in particular the main singer, he looked a little bit nervous to me. But yeah, I liked it. I liked them. You know, they lost their duel, but they provided entertainment with the show, which really is what the semi should be about. I thought all 4 acts were actually very entertaining. It was a really great semi-final. If all the semi-finals are like that, it's gonna be the best national final of the year, absolutely no doubt. Okay, the last song was I think his name was Frode, because I remember thinking it was like Lord of the Rings. His song was Blackfires. This is the guy who won. Look, I didn't think that. I thought his performance was very good. He definitely had the air of being the most competent out of all the performances, most seasoned. It was very confident and well delivered and just super solid. You could tell he had that extra experience. The staging was fine. Nothing much happened. He was in that cage and he came out of the cage. He performed it very well. His ad-libs at the end were really great. I don't massively begrudge him. I much prefer Aline, but that's a personal preference. I can't say like definitively she was much better than him. I don't think that's true. I think his performance was grand. The song is a tiny bit generic, but I think it would definitely appeal to people who like music from the 80s, late 90s, but not that like Dua Lipa style, but more like that Krista Berg, which I referenced in my original reaction video. So like I'm not hating him at all, but I would be surprised if he made inroads in the final. I just think it's a little bit too generic. But overall, I thought it was a really great final. I'm really looking forward to next week. At this point in time, this is the national final I am the most excited about. I probably when Melfest starts as well, but Melfest I can't even really react to them properly because if you show anything, they absolutely flip out and explode. So actually, this feels like the one that I like the most. I can also kind of talk about freely and show stuff, and they don't let you show the videos from Melfest. So MGP number 1. Okay, so that's what I think about the results of the first semi-final of Melodi Grand Prix. I'm going to do a reaction to Elsie Bay, The Death of Us. That'll be somewhere else because I'm going to show performance and I don't want to fuck up this whole video. So I'm going to separate them. Anyway, leave a comment in the comment section down below. And thank you so much for watching. I'm seeing you in another reaction video very soon. Goodbye.